It's the final day of a very emotional week at the House of Tiny Tearaways, and today we find out just how far our three families have come.
I reckon as soon as we get home there's going to be hell.
We are going to break the bloody chain.
At the start of the week, three families with severe parenting issues arrived here at the House of Tiny Tearaways. The person in charge of turning their lives around is clinical psychologist Dr Tanya Byron. She's been given just 6 days to solve these families' eating, sleeping and behaviour problems. The design and construction of the house has been completed in conjunction with a committee of childcare experts to ensure it's a safe, fun place for kids to stay, whilst also recreating a realistic and practical home environment.
Can I help them? Of course I can. Can I help them in 6 days? I don't know.
Alex and Tony Pitt arrived at the house exhausted by 2-year-old son Toby's sleep problem. The cause for his constant night waking was his mum's reluctance to give up breastfeeding.
You come here, you're still in change.
As a couple, the Pitts have also had to face up to some major issues of their own before being able to start rebuilding their family. Lone parent Sarah Macmillan from Deal in Kent was struggling to control 4-year-old Kelsey's extreme tantrums. Sarah learnt that her existing parenting techniques weren't working and she needed some new ideas, fast. With Tanya's help, Sarah is starting to put an end to their battles. Finally, there's the Dixon family, who came to try and solve 5-year-old son Harrison's sleeping, eating and behaviour problems. During the week, it quickly became clear that Mum Sarah and Dad Darren's own relationship was severely damaged. To help solve Harrison's problems, they had to learn not only to appreciate him, but also start valuing one another. It's been a truly testing week for Tanya, and each of the three families have had to face up to some major problems. It is the final day, and they each have to face a final challenge to see just how ready they are to return home. When 5-year-old Harrison Dixon came to the house, he had spent nearly every night of his life in his parents' bed. This sleeping problem has been radically improved, and Harrison has now spent 4 consecutive nights in his own bed.
Can we solve everything in 6 days?
Tanya has been encouraging Mum Sarah and Dad Darren to praise Harrison as much as they can. The Dixons are getting ready for their final day in the House of Tiny Tearaways.
Tell Daddy how you've been good. Have a guess. Is it because you've been sleeping in a dog's bed? Or is it because you've been sleeping on the roof?
Yeah.
Or is it because you've been sleeping in your own bed?
In my own bed.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Is it really, really good?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy sleeping in your own bed? Is it nice?
Yeah.
Have you been good because you've been eating?
Yeah.
And what have you been eating?
Beans.
And?
Grapes.
And?
Butter.
And?
Kiss.
And?
Dunno.
Yogurt. Yogurt.
Candy.
Yeah. Ready?
Dad.
Are you having your...
Repeat that thing again. That thing called?
that car?
No. Miss Pay. That thingy.
What thingy?
Food game.
What, where we had a food fight?
Yeah.
You want to play that again?
Yeah.
Do you?
It's fun.
It was fun, was it?
While their parents finish eating, the children play together.
Can I put this back in the basket? No! No, Toby! No! We're going to play with This is your room, aren't we? Yeah. Not Toby, come. No, Toby. Toby's that. You don't have a decent wife, Not Toby. No. I'll tell you if Toby's coming.
For the babies.
You hide somewhere. You hide in the cupboard. 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 Hide on your cupboard or whatever. You're disgusting. Go. Now.
Tanya has gathered all of the families together for their final morning meeting.
So it's the last day. Now, today we've got a lot to do, and obviously leaving is the big issue, and it's really thinking about how you've all done and where you've come from, where you've got to, and where you're going to go when you leave. I'm going to talk to each of you individually, and we're going to have a party for the kids later on today, but within that there's going to be challenges for all of you to kind of meet, for me to see how you've done. So we're going to think about the targets that were set when you came in, and I'm going to set some targets throughout the day for you, but I shall only reveal them to you as the day goes on. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Remember, there's method to everything that happens in this house.
You've said it's been your toughest week. Let's talk about them individually. First up, the Dixons. How have you viewed their progress?
The Dixons have been a really, really interesting family for me because Harrison came in with a range of problems. He was not just an eating problem, he was also a sleeping problem, and he was most specifically a behaviour problem, a serious behaviour problem. I decided not to go in hard on each of the behaviours with a very specific psychological plan of attack, if you like, but I just pulled back and worked much more on the quality of the relationship between the parents and the child. My thinking, my hypothesis was, if this child gets a better relationship with his parents, gets more positive feedback, and the bond grows, then the other behaviours will fall into place, and that's exactly what we've seen. The issues for the Dixons were that this child's behaviour was representing a huge amount of unspoken sadness and hostility within the family. And sometimes when you have children with behaviour problems, it's more about the dynamics within the family than necessarily that the parents themselves are getting their parenting a bit wrong. And I think the conversation about Ellie Mae, the little baby girl that died, I think the conversations about Darren and Sarah's relationship and how, I suppose, that's kind of died in a way. And all the other issues that they have been talking about while they've been in the house, Darren crying for the second time in his life about losing his father. I think the more they've been able to open up about that, the more relaxed and affectionate and happy they've become. You've just, like, Harrison's like a little barometer, that his behaviour's just come down.
OK. So what's your big challenge for them today?
Do you remember when they first came in, I did some drawing with Harrison? Yeah. And do you remember the faces he drew?
Made me cry.
Yeah, little sad, they're sad faces. Yeah. And today I'm going to see whether he puts a smile on his face.
Let's talk about the Pitt.
I was worried when they came in because they came in at the end of Monday, so effectively they'd lost a whole day of me observing them and a whole first day of treatment. I suppose the problem that was brought in was breastfeeding, but actually the breastfeeding was linked to so many other issues, particularly Tony and Alex's relationship issues. For me, the breakthrough with Alex and Tony was when I identified that Tony was very practical about the breastfeeding. Alex was very emotional. She held all the emotional content. He held all the sort of practical content, and they were like this. And as soon as the two halves fused, and he put his arms around her and showed that he could understand where she was coming from emotionally, and she then said, right, OK, we're going to do this, and this is how we're going to do it, and she became a bit more practical, it just happened.
What's the final task for the Pitts?
I want to look at how they can work together as a team. How assertively they can manage a situation which involves the children, but particularly, are they leaving here as a team? Are they united or not? And I'm going to do it through creativity. The kids are going to have a little party this afternoon, as they always do on a Friday in the house, and there's going to be a little play, and they're going to write the play and they're going to direct the children in the play.
Let's talk about Sarah Macmillan. She's come on leaps and bounds, hasn't she? When they arrived, Kelsey would have real tantrums. They had quite an explosive relationship, I think I can use that word, and they did timeouts, but it was restraining timeouts. She didn't know what to do. How do you think they've done?
I think she's done really well. I do, but Sarah's the one that's worrying me the most at the moment. What I've actually found particularly over the last couple of days, but definitely yesterday, I've noticed is that she's actually overusing timeout. Timeout is a last resort technique. It's like when all else has failed. You have been creative, you have tried to walk away and ignore, you have distracted, you have diverted, you have done everything you can to manage your child in a positive way. And if none of that works, then timeout. But timeout's suddenly becoming used for things that she shouldn't need to, and that's what I need to address with her this morning.
Five-year-old Harrison Dixon has been one of the most complicated cases that Tanya has faced in the house. He came here with eating, sleeping and behavioural problems. After a challenging week, Tanya invites Mum Sarah and Dad Darren for their final consultation, while Harrison is looked after by the other parents.
Now, what is remarkable for me about Harrison and Harrison's story and Harrison's journey is that I haven't really done very much in the way of any specific psychological interventions. I haven't taught you time out, I haven't taught you any of that. So what does that tell you about what has changed Harrison's behaviour?
We have.
You came in with Harrison in your bed, having spent 5 nights in your bed together in 5 years. He's now
In his own bed.
in his own bed. The food last night, he ate for the first time in his life.
Beans.
Yeah,
Beans.
about 3 platefuls.
3 platefuls of beans. Behaviour
Fine.
has settled a lot because...
We've settled.
I'll tell you what makes me really happy is the morning, because he's in that bed and he comes running into me.
Holds you so tight,
yeah.
doesn't
And he really squeezes me and he says, Mummy, love you.
Let's look at your journey, okay? This is the beginning.
He's very nasty. He's punching me all the time. He's kicking me, hitting me.
See, I never saw that. I thought someone was making it up just to wind me up. Blimey heck. Because he's never looking at me. I can't... That shocked me.
Why was he behaving like that?
Because of the way we spoke to him, the anger in us.
So, what kind of atmosphere was that little boy surrounded by?
Pure...
Anger, pure...
Negativity.
Negative, yeah.
And when you look at that now and you think about your week...
That's not him.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah.
It's like a different child. I've never met that child. I've never met that child. Well, he obviously existed.
Yeah. He just...
OK, well, let's just look at what the first day was like, OK, when you came into house and what you said.
Some days I just hate Harry and I just...
It shouldn't be
know
like
it sounds
that.
really horrible, but I wish I never had him, and it shouldn't be like that.
Oh, darling. Oh, no. Oh.
That was when Harry was going to cry as well then.
Why has that made you sad?
Because no, it's what I said.
Oh, but you didn't want him.
Yeah. It's what I said at the beginning.
You do now, though.
Yeah.
And he heard you say that, didn't he? And then he started to really cry.
Because he heard me, yeah. And it's something I've learnt in here as well, is not to say things in front of him.
No.
Be positive.
Yeah.
He's a
Don't
little
put
boy.
him down, yeah.
All he heard was his mummy didn't want him.
Mm.
Are you glad you've got Harry?
Mm.
How does he enrich your life?
He's turned into a nice little boy that was loving, fun. And
He's always been loving and fun,
yeah,
but he's
never been able to show it. And
Because
we've never shown it to him.
yeah.
here's another clip which I think was important for you to see, because I think it also points up some of the other issues that we've been discussing this week. So let's have a look at this one.
The only time you show me love, the only time you kiss me is when we go bed and have sex. I'm stuck in a marriage it's there for convenience, and I'm there to cook, clean and look after the children, that's it.
Our marriage is just a thing. That's it. It was a day.
Sarah, you have felt unwanted and unloved by your husband, and your son has felt unwanted and unloved by you.
Me.
Do you feel more loved and wanted now?
I love him, and I obviously married you for a reason, and that was because I loved you. And I knew when I saw you, you was the one for me, and that was it. And I knew it was.
So what do you feel about him? Tell him, look at each other.
That I love you.
Good first start. And I do think it's benefited Harry hugely to see his parents being more loving and affectionate towards each other. Because if he can see the love there, he can feel the love
coming through.
Absolutely. Well, let me give you an example of that, where I think all of this came together.
Should we have a big cuddle? What about Mummy? Give Mummy cuddles.
Use a big monkey, innit?
What about me?
He felt loved because you showed him that you loved him. He's had no need to try and drag feelings out of you.
Kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming and swearing. He is a very, very special little boy. Are you proud of him?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Why are you proud of him?
Because he's put a lot in as well.
He's helping us. That's what I'm proud of. He's helping us get through this. He's a good boy, isn't he?
Why do you think he's a good boy now when you thought he was a nightmare and didn't want him when you came in?
Because now we found out that we can do it.
What can you do?
Just get through it.
Show him love.
What if it slides back?
It won't slide back. I'm not letting it slide back, no way.
Why not?
Because he's going to get bigger, stronger. And
what will it do to him if it slides back?
We are going to break the bloody chain. Because there's not been a lot of love from our family, from our family. So we're going to break the chain. He's going to go have his kids and...
He's going to know how to show...
Yeah.
Personal and physical and mental and just love, full stop.
He needs a huge amount of loving to get him back. This is just what Harrison's done outside. He still lines his cars up. And now the children are banging it, and look at him. Can you see that?
Yeah. He's like doing that now.
Why do you think he's doing that now? What might he be worried about?
Because we're away.
Yeah,
that's right.
We're not
and
there.
he's not.
I don't think you'll ever get him out of that.
But I think it's good he does. I'm pleased he does, because I think when you see that, it'll always remind you in your head, this little boy is anxious and I need to just go down there now and give him a cuddle and help him mess his cars up. But he will have flashes of those behaviours. And you must work together, and you must support each other, and you must remember what it was in this house that turned him round.
6 days ago, 3 families arrived at the House of Tiny Tearaways with a daunting range of parenting issues. 4-year-old Kelsey Macmillan's tantrums have been a nightmare for lone parent Sarah. With Tanya's help, Kelsey is much calmer, and Sarah is successfully starting to re-evaluate their relationship, as well as her fraught relationship with her own parents.
Well, you know we love you too.
The Dixons from Plymouth were driven to despair by 5-year-old Harrison's behaviour, with his swearing, tantrums, refusal to eat meals, and insistence on sleeping with his parents. Harrison has made remarkable progress and is now sleeping in his own bed and trying new foods, whilst Tanya has opened Mum Sarah and Dad Darren's eyes to the problems they have unwittingly caused.
We created that.
Yeah.
Mum Alex and Dad Tony Pitt brought 2-year-old son Toby to the house to try and solve his sleeping problems caused by nighttime breastfeeding. They've had an up and down week, but after realising they actually wanted the same things in life, Alex and Tony have begun to settle their differences. And Toby has gone 2 whole nights without a feed from Mum. Today, the families will be going home, but they each have one final test for Tanya to assess what they've learnt in the week. Still to come, Kelsey puts Mum to the test.
That is a good girl. Well done, sweetheart. Can you come and get your trousers on now, baby? I'm a-coming.
You look like a very different woman leaving the house to the woman who came in.
All right, thank you.
But I mean, that's what I see with my eyes. Does that reflect anything else in terms of how you're feeling?
Yeah, I guess I feel quite relieved actually that we've been able to do it, because I didn't think we would. Yeah, I thought there's no way we could achieve anything very much in such a
What
short
have you
space of time.
achieved?
Well, Toby's off the boobs. I mean, that's just that. He's actually
sleeping in his own bed.
He's sleeping in his own bed and he likes it.
Yeah.
And even this morning, I was actually able to go and pick him up and cuddle him, and he asked for boobs, but he didn't have that much of a fight over it.
I'd like to show you your journey because I've got a series of clips. Here we go. Let's start with the first clip, and this is before you came into the house. Okay, so here's the first one.
Hey, shut up, little boy. You'll go in your bed?
No.
Could be good and quiet.
No.
When you see that and you reflect back on that time, what sort of things were going through your head?
You just struggle through the day and just hoping they will go to bed, just thinking of ways to get them tired enough to go to bed as soon as possible, to start again.
Which is not a nice way to be
And the
a
night
parent.
times would be something you wouldn't look forward to. You wouldn't look forward to having your sleep. It would be, I know.
What were the nights like for you? What was in your head during those nights, Tony?
Just want to sleep. I just couldn't handle it.
No.
I just couldn't handle it.
And I couldn't handle you not being able to handle it and not being able to help me.
Would you like to see some of this week? Okay, here's some of your journey from this week then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just keep it. Tony, do you think I should feed him? No. I don't know when he wakes up. I don't know what we'll do. So I think this is a lot more about me than about him. Maybe I will give him and feed him, but I'm just worried if I do that, then we'll just back to where we were. Because subconsciously, that's what I want him to wake up and feed him, but I'm not going to.
You said an interesting thing there. You said, I actually am beginning to see that it's not about Toby, it's about me.
Yeah.
Can you just very briefly describe to me what it was?
You know, I always thought before that it was Toby who needed the boob and I was just responding to it. I think when I actually made a conscious effort to stop feeding him, I realised that it would be something I would miss as well.
It was a big stage to pass, really, because it was a very emotional milestone for you. And in your mind, Tony, it was a very practical milestone. So there has been a breakthrough, I suppose, because you feel that there's been an understanding from people, particularly Tony, that it was difficult. And you also feel, Tony, that Alex now has made the practical effort that you wanted. And of course, as soon as the two elements came together, he was off. It's not been a problem for him at all. Would you like to see the next step of the journey? Okay, here we go.
Toby's woken up twice. I've had to feed him because the boobs are so full. And
You shouldn't feed him, Alex. Oh, no, you give him the bottle, not the breast.
I wanted to cuddle him. It's not just the boobs. It's like he's always there next to me. And you're not there next to me, are you?
You're not going to change, you know. You're not going to change.
You're not even there.
You come here and you're still in change. What happened? I was looking for that support there within the breast thing, and it just wind me, you know. It just make me get more worried because I feel like, oh man, look at me, all that nights I've been waking up, it's just for nothing then.
For me, that was the defining moment of your journey, because after that happened, you could say goodbye.
Yeah.
I could say to the two of you, come on guys, let's just get a bit of focus here. And you both just came together, and it was when you came together, literally within hours, he was off the breast. You are now back to being a couple.
It was, yeah.
And I think, Tony, that was really hard for you, that Alex would lie in bed and it would be your son attached to her and holding on to her and cuddling her and not you. Do you feel that that can come back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We need to go home too, as you say.
Yeah. I needed to feel that you wanted me back as well, and I do now. So that's okay.
I didn't feel that pain that I had before. You know, that sadness inside, man. That volcano who was inside was ready to really erupt.
We've really only had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days of treatment. From my point of view, that's remarkable what you've achieved. For me, if I could just focus it back down to the reason why you came into the house, you had just moved so far apart from each other And I think you've got to really look at your relationship, give yourself some time and space as a couple to bring it back together.
Following his consultation with Tanya, Darren Dixon decides to put her advice into practice straight away and try to show 5-year-old Harrison more love and affection.
Maybe say Dad. Maybe do that, Dad. Do that.
That's it! Yay! And Daddy do that and do that! That is brilliant!
Just let Toby play in it for a minute. You're eating bread.
Yeah, Dad.
Daddy loves it like that. Daddy loves that disorder and chaos and anarchy. Daddy loves you as well.
Dad.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. And this big one comes crashing down through and it's skinny and...
There's the one that's in bed.
Yeah. Oh, and that one went over me. Oh!
See what's best.
When they came to the House of Tiny Tearaways 4 days ago, Alex and Tony Pitt's relationship was fractured and strained. Tanya has encouraged them to start to support one another. For their final test, she's asked the Pitts to write and perform a play so that she can see what progress they've made on working together.
Once upon a time, there was a little frog. Probably a green frog. I don't know if we can make a tree. Perhaps we could do it out here and have the car in it. Or can we move around the house with this? Do you think we have to stay in one place? Could we have the froggy living in the playpen? Oh yeah, there's a story as well that I've told Timo about spinning round. Like it's about these witches, and they spun around so many times, and then the magic fizzed and popped and banged and fizzled and stuff. And you make it sound really exciting. Anyway. Or no, what about this? Sorry, I'm having all the ideas. Is this okay? Fizz bang back to earth and the trees. Back, they can go back in there and lie down on there in the playpen. And go to sleep. And that's the end.
I will have to go lie down. That's it.
And they have to go and lie down and sleep by themselves. Oh, you have to go and lie down. I've got to have a baby. Okay.
Gloomy.
Okay.
You're writing and everything. Just
Oh, thanks.
While 4-year-old Kelsey plays with the Pitt children, Tanya calls mum Sarah for her final consultation.
This really is, for me, it's our sort of wrap-up chat, if you like, but it's trying to work out where you've got to. It's been quite a journey.
God, yeah. Very emotional.
Do you know where we're going to start? I'm going to read you the email you sent.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that.
Okay, shall I read it to you?
Yeah.
Please, can you help me? I'm a single mum who's at the end of her tether. I have a 3.5-year-old daughter who is driving me insane and I no longer know what to do. I spend my evening crying because of her behaviour throughout the day and have contemplated having her adopted, but I know that that would break my heart. Please, please can you help me, as I would really like my little girl back. Yours sincerely, Sarah Macmillan. Have you got her back?
Pretty much, yeah. It tears me eyes again now.
Do you want to see the girl before she came in the house?
No, you don't.
Completely different little girl.
You brought in a little girl who you thought at some stage you might get adopted out. What did that feel like?
Horrible. Absolutely. As soon as like even the thought came into my mind, I started breaking into tears because I couldn't believe that I'd actually thought about it, let alone contemplated doing it. But it got to the stage where I couldn't cope. Everything just seemed like it was just non-stop fight with everything.
Let's have a look at some of the things that you've changed while you've been in here. And one of the first thing I changed was what you were calling restraint.
You're going to hurt yourself. Come on. Calm down.
There was something about the way you were restraining her that wasn't right, really. It was very physical.
Everything was fighting.
Everything was like a war,
Yeah.
like a war. Do you miss using that technique?
No, not at all, because it upset me, it upset Kelsey.
So then I introduced the concept of time out. Okay, let's have a look at time out then, as a contrast to what we've just seen.
Right, now you're listening to me. No, don't hide behind the door. Right, you were in your room because you wouldn't calm down, Kelsey. But you've calmed down nicely, that's well done. Just so much calmer.
It clearly is a very successful technique for you.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'm concerned about, and I saw it yesterday particularly, is that you're using time out too much.
Too much, yeah.
Sometimes you time her out when actually all you needed to do is just walk away and ignore her.
Yeah.
The problem if you overuse time out is that it loses its effectiveness.
Yep.
Down off the back of the sofa, please. Please, can you get down off of the back of the sofa? Now, please. Once more. Now, please, come and sit down. Right, I'm just going to walk out and let you have some time on your own. Because I think you need it right now. No.
Walk away or use creative parenting methods. For example, if she's climbing up on the sofa, oh my God, what's that in the other room? Quickly, let's go and have a look.
Yeah.
I think it was a squirrel. Oh, whatever. Yeah?
Yeah.
Time out is when she's punched you or kicked you or been unbelievably non-compliant at a time when you need her to be and she's being incredibly aggressive and rude. That's the time out.
Yeah.
With that in my mind, I've set you a task for today, and the task is take her outside to play.
Yeah.
Then I want you to bring her in. But I want you to bring her in a way that is creative and reactive, and I want to see, is she more compliant, but I also want to see, are you more creative? And time out must not be used. Now, I've got one more clip to show you, which I think was probably, for me, the key final bit of the jigsaw.
You're proud of me?
Yes, I am glad. I'm glad you've done it.
Thank you. For you.
Well, you know we love you too.
Thank you.
We always have done. And said, you know, we're always there for you.
Okay, then I'll see you later then, Dad.
Yeah, okay then.
I'll see you later.
Take care, look after yourself.
You too.
First time I've heard you say that for years.
It brings tears to my eyes. So when your dad said he loved you, that made you feel...
A lot happier. Happier and tearful.
And since you've been telling Kelsey and showing her that you love her...
She's been a lot happier.
All these patterns repeat themselves in families.
Yeah.
And maybe what you've done is you've started to break that pattern so that when Kelsey's a mum and she has her own children...
That's it.
She won't.
Can not make the same mistakes.
How are you leaving this house?
A happy little girl and a happy mummy.
What do you expect when you get back out there? Because the world is
hell.
not here. This isn't the world. This
I reckon as soon as we get home there's going to be hell, but at least I know how to sort of cope with it and not go back into the same ways as I was.
For their final test, Tanya has asked the Dixons to do a drawing exercise with 5-year-old son Harrison. Why have you set up this exercise for them?
Well, do you remember when Harrison and Sarah and Darren came in, I did a drawing thing with him? And do you remember he drew...
Sad faces.
Sad faces. Well, he drew a sad face on his mummy, particularly. And I want to see if he draws a different kind of face. And I've asked them to do it as opposed to me doing it because they are now leaving the house with him, so I want to see how their skills are helping them parent him positively and engaging him in the task.
Does Harry like purple? I do, because it's the same colour as your school uniform. Well, Billy's got a smile on his face, hasn't he? Here you go, right, you draw Daddy's face.
Now, this is quite nice. Sarah Dixon admitted when she first arrived that she never played with her son.
No, because when he was playing quietly, she ignored him, and the rest of the time they were fighting.
And now she's saying, let's use this bright colour.
Yeah.
Quite
So,
good.
and do you remember earlier on in the week, I was despairing about how their faces were so kind of passionless and there was no emotion. I mean, anywhere through the eyes, on the face. Now everything's just lifted, which is brilliant. And look, he's sitting calmly and he's engaged. He's a much happier man.
He is, isn't he? OK, so this is the moment of truth. He's about to draw his mum.
Hey. Thank you. Mummy doesn't look sad anymore, does she?
Very good. Very good.
Is that OK then? Would you like to keep these pictures and take them home?
Yeah.
You're going to show me the tan, yeah?
Oh! Good mummy, Sarah Dixon.
How old are you?
He's a very clever little boy, isn't he, for
He's
fire?
just delightful. When you realise that angry, angry children are actually very sad and hurt inside, it's a bit of a heartbreaker, really.
It's such a different picture. What are you reading into the fact that now his family is smiling?
They can go home. They can leave. And I shall miss that little boy so
Me too.
much.
For the Pitt's final task, Tanya has asked them to organise a play for the children. She'll be looking to see if they're more united as a couple and can work effectively as a team. With the costumes ready, it's nearly time to start the play. Tanya, why have you set this up for the Pitts, this particular task?
It's about teamwork, it's about organisation, but it's about them working together, which is something that they were not doing when they came in. But it gives them a creative way of doing it, which is something that joined them together in the first place.
It's quite nice to see Darren getting so involved with Mr. Harrison, who I believe is going to be a prince.
Oh, isn't he a prince, though? He's the prince of my heart.
Timu is the wizard.
Look at Harrison's hat! Look! Look!
Am I just allowed to go in there and cuddle Harrison?
No, I'm cuddling him. Sorry. Sorry.
The story is the little green frog, the beautiful princess, the handsome prince, and the wonderful wizard go on an amazing adventure to the moon.
You play with your kids. If you make it fun, you'll get things changing much more quickly.
He's properly engaged, isn't he, Tony?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
And lots of dads often go, no, you do it. I don't really want to wear a whole outfit and sing. But he is.
And he looks great. They are working well together, and this is what creativity is what brought this couple together, and it keeps this couple together. If you think back to Monday afternoon, evening when she came in, she was absolutely exhausted, couldn't say no to her son about the breastfeeding, couldn't say no to anybody about anything, and just looked completely lacking in confidence. Now look at her. It's like she's a woman reborn.
And just then, along came a beautiful princess.
Gives the froggy a cuddle.
And a kiss. And then the froggy felt much better.
How happy are you that the week's come to a close and there are 4 properly happy children all dressed up as different things in the house?
Very happy, but what this week shows, and why I'm so glad we've had this week in the house, is that this week has really shown a different side to child behaviour problems. As soon as these children saw their parents looking after themselves and their parents being looked after, behaviour goes down. Sometimes children have behaviour problems because they're really unhappy, and within the family they are the person who is showing the unhappiness, and that's what we've seen this week.
Tanya, what did you want to see from this task, and have they passed?
I wanted to see teamwork and assertiveness, teamwork in evidence. But also for Alex, could she be assertive? Could she hold it together? Could she run things? Because she came in an exhausted, non-assertive woman, and yes, she's an assertive woman, and she looks very different. I'm very happy, and I think they're ready to leave this house, really.
And that's the end of our story.
The day's coming to an end. All the family's going to go home. What is the one thing they should look out for? First up, the Dixons.
I'm so happy to see how a little boy who could be so easily labelled as being a trouble, difficult child has been allowed to show what a sweet, sensitive little chap he is. And I think, Sarah's got a huge challenge for her because she's got to kind of really sort of follow through on what she said she's going to do. But look, that is not the woman that came into the house. And the other thing, Darren was absolutely 100%, without doubt, in his mind saying to me this morning, I will not let it go back there. I will not let this happen to our son. I love my son too much, and I now know why. And then he said, and I've got my wife back.
Sarah Macmillan, what does she have to watch out for when she goes home?
She has to really, really, really focus on it's not a battle. It's about being happy, it's about getting off the sofa, getting involved with your child. It's about allowing Kelsey to be a little girl. And also, I think it's time for Sarah maybe to allow herself to be a woman again and, you know, get out and have her own special time away from Kelsey, because I think that's also important for their relationship, that they have time apart as well as all this time together.
Let's talk about the Pitts. They've had less time than the others. They leave today, Toby not breastfeeding. What's the biggest challenge for them?
They've got their bed back for themselves, which means they've got their relationship back for themselves. And I think when Toby came off the breast and we looked at the relationship, all was not well. I think some very important things have been said in this house that needed to have been said. And I think for both of them that has been very useful. But I still sense some tension, and I still sense that it's gonna take time for them to find their way back to each other, but I think they will. I hope they do as well, because they're a lovely couple and their kids are just such lovely kids. They're a great family.
During this morning's consultation, Tanya told Mum, Sarah Macmillan, she was using too many time-outs to discipline daughter Kelsey. Although Sarah has made great progress with Kelsey's behaviour, Tanya felt that unless time-outs were used more sparingly, they'd become ineffectual. As Sarah's final test, Tanya has banned time-out as a means of discipline. She wants to see if Mum can manage Kelsey's behaviour creatively and is watching out for the next tantrum.
Kelsey, you come take your princess dress off now, darling, and put your trousers on. Yeah. And then, because we'll be going home soon, and then you can put your princess dress on at home when we get home. Yeah? Let's see how quick you can get it all off and get your trousers on. Shall we have a race? See if we can do it.
Want to go on bike instead?
Please.
I'm going to get another biscuit.
Do you want to stay in the car?
Come on, please.
More biscuit.
I'll tell you what, Kelsey. I'll tell you what, if you come and put your trousers on, then Mummy will let you have another biscuit.
Should she give her a biscuit?
No, and this is right what she's doing, and she's taking the biscuit and the drink away, and she's saying, no, you don't have that until you do what I want to do. You know, command, consequence, which is either reward or no reward. So that was good.
Come on, please.
Oh, well.
Please come and get your dress on. Kelsey!
Beep, beep, beep.
Come here! I'm coming! We're gonna get you! Oh, got her!
Oh, dear.
I've got the princess fairy, and we
Is it good that she just scooped her up?
Yeah, no, that's fine. You see, I think this is the point where if I hadn't had my conversation with her earlier on, she would have put her into time-out. But look, she's holding her, but her voice is like, this isn't a problem. Yes, Princess Fairy Girl, and oh, I'm not Princess Fairy Girl, but she's going in. This is a mum who's saying, look, I'm not going to get caught up in your behaviour, and this is what I need to happen, it's going to happen.
How come my little Princess Fairy Girl's got a wet bit on her dress? Did you dribble a bit of your drink down it?
No.
Did you?
No.
How did you do it then? How did it get a little wet bit on it?
I don't know.
You don't know? That is a good girl. Well done, sweetheart. Can you come and get your trousers on now, baby? I'm coming. I'm coming to get my little Princess Fairy Girl. Does my little Princess Fairy Girl want to put some... Kelsey, look, there's a spider. Quick.
Distraction, diversion, love it.
Quick, look, there's a spider running down. Come on, quickly, before it runs away. Quick, come and have a look. Look, down there on the floor. Oh, it's a little spider.
Come on.
Mr. Spider works every time, I'm telling you.
That is brilliant. You are super duper fabulous. And then if you get your trainers on, we're going to have a look and see if we can find some more bunnies, shall we?
Very good. That was top marks. That was top marks. It's not only passed, flying colours. And I'm so, so glad I had the time out chat with her this morning.
what's his name?
It's nearly home time, and just before they go, Tanya wants to give the Dixons 3 final pieces of advice.
So, okay, this boy is just the most lovely little boy. He is in my heart, and I know he's in yours. Yeah, he is just lovely.
He's a little cutie.
My 3 pieces of advice to you are, just remember it's about anxiety. Fight or flight, that's where you see it. Just remember that's where it comes from. My second piece of advice is, he loves it when you've got a smile on your face. We saw that today. Lots of cuddles, lots of kisses, lots of praise, lots of play. And my third piece of advice is, just less housework, more play, especially if it's messy. Yeah, because this little boy, I think, has had a very happy time in this house. Oh. Have you had a nice time in the house?
Yeah.
Will you miss the house? Will you miss being here?
Yeah.
I'm going to miss you very much. I think you're lovely.
Following a remarkable week, it's time for Dr Tanya and the families to say their final farewells.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Check you guys are for, yeah?
Right. Come on then, everybody.
Email boy.
Yeah, I will, definitely.
Okay.
Move on.
Look after yourself.
Hurry. Bye, boy.
Okay, right, so time to say goodbye. Say bye-bye. Bye. Okay, are you ready? First of all, I want to say to you that you have been the oldest boy in the house and you have behaved beautifully. Thank you very much. You are off Mummy's boob, and that is brilliant. Well done, my darling, and I think you were a brilliant boy. Okay, my final 3 pieces of advice are, in his own bed in another room away from you guys tonight. If you want him to stay off, use that newfound assertiveness that has come into you, back into you in this house, and be assertive and keep him off. And as far as the 2 of you go, the relationship, keep working on it, keep working on it. I think you've made some big strides in the house, and I think you're ready now to be a couple again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We've had a lovely time in the house. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for helping Toby to go to sleep at night time. Just, yeah, thanks for giving us a good time.
Yep.
And Seema, do you want to say anything?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Life is not a series of battles, and nor is parenting. Time out, last resort. Play, praise, and love her up, and that is what is working for her.
Definitely.
And my final thing to say to you is, you are a great mum, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you here.
It's been brilliant being here as well.
And that's my pieces of advice. I want to say goodbye to you. Can I have a kiss? I miss you, Kelsey.
Yeah, that's it.
And you've got it on too. I shall miss you very much.
Miss you too. Can't believe it's finally over. Had a really great time. Just like to say thank you to Tanya for everything. Kelsey's improvement is absolutely amazing already. I want to continue this and fight real hard to get my little girl back. Not looking forward to going home now and fighting this one on my own, but we've got to give a damn good fight.
Thank you for the lovely time.
I'll say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Harry, can I say goodbye to you? Can I give you a kiss? I miss you, Harry. Very special boy. Bye-bye, Darren.
See you later.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Me and Mummy. Happy, Harry, happy.
And Harrison is sleeping through the night, which is good.
And he's eating spaghetti, beans. We did well, didn't we?
No.
Look at his face. Look,
Look at Harry's face.
There have been tears, tantrums, and deeply personal revelations. It's only been 6 days, but Tanya has already helped our families make dramatic changes. And this is just the beginning. Can they keep up the good work? We'll be following their progress over the next week. With the families back at their homes, the question is, how have things changed? The Macmillans have returned to Kent, but out of the house have daughter Kelsey's extreme tantrums reappeared, and has mum continued to rebuild their relationship.
Before I went in the house, I'd even contemplated adoption with Kelsey. Now, seeing the way she is now, I can't believe that I said it. can't believe that I ever said it. But then she's a completely different child to what she was then, to what she is now. The amount of people that can't believe the change in Kelsey already. They expected, like me, that if it did happen, it was going to be a long haul. And it hasn't been. It's been an instant change.
Superman!
Girl,
All right, Supergirl, sorry.
There doesn't seem to be a battle anymore. With most things, I'm asking Kelsey to do something once, and pretty much most times she's doing it. Got lots of nice jewels to stick on there. If she has a tantrum now, I don't really get frustrated with it anymore. I think because at the stage that it was, now because she's coming out of it so quickly, I find it easier to handle it and carry on with what I'm doing. Because Kelsey's happier, I'm happier, and vice versa, which just makes everything just so much easier to deal with.
I'm going to jump on the duvet and I'm going to tickle you.
The fun had all gone. There was the occasional playing, but I suppose it was I have to play, not I want to play, whereas now it's I want to play. I want to have some time with her.
Why do you like playing with Mummy?
Because he always puts me on the swing.
Because I always push you on the swing.
And my mummy teaches me to climb.
I teach you to climb, have I?
We've always had a lot of cuddles, a lot of kisses, a lot of I love yous, but it seems to have progressed a lot more. Her favourite one at the moment, she keeps saying to me in the morning, "Mummy, you look beautiful." And I love that. Oh, that's brilliant.
I love that.
We've both changed, we've both become a lot happier. We've both been able to tolerate each other and get on with each other a lot more. I was asked what I wanted, and I said I wanted my little girl back, and I've got her. I've got her back. My little princess is back.
The Pitts were set the target of keeping son Toby off the breast and in his own bed. Back home in Croydon, have they kept up with Tanya's advice?
I think I needed her to tell me it was okay to stop breastfeeding. Now, obviously it is because Toby was 2, so in my rational mind, yeah, I know it's okay, but I need someone to look at Toby and you know, my relationship with him and tell me it was okay.
So my paint dried on my...
I only fed him once when I was there, and I haven't fed him again since. That's looking really good, guys. I'm finding that I'm spending more time doing stuff with Toby, partly as a compensation for not breastfeeding him anymore. And he's also talking a lot more.
Yeah, he's saying a lot of thank you, I'm sorry, you know, excuse me.
Hey, my bed!
Toby's grown up a lot in 2 weeks, and it's quite surprising, really. Especially the thing about him sleeping in his own bed in his own room. So he's now sharing a room with Timu.
I think he feels he's a bigger man now because of this bed. He was really impressed about this bed when he got it. He was excited. They all couldn't wait. They all sit here and see me and I make up the bed.
Hooray!
And then I want him to get independent also, because if he gets independence, it will be easier for us. So I think he's making progress with him.
My bed! My bed!
Really funny, first thing in the morning he comes through to our room, doesn't he? Sometimes he'll just come in and point out that Daddy's there. Like, Daddy, look, Mummy, Daddy. Because Tony used to spend a lot of time downstairs on the sofa. Well, he doesn't anymore, does he? I think being in the house actually gave us space to spend more positive time with the kids, and then space to spend time doing stuff together has really sort of been a new beginning for us. I think we feel a lot more positive about each other. Do we?
Yeah.
Are we more united?
Yeah, more
together.
Back in Plymouth, have the Dixons managed to keep showing son Harrison their love, and has he continued his remarkable progress with his eating?
It's coming on leaps and bounds. He's experimenting. He's eating chocolate spread sandwiches, toast. He bit a sausage when we was away. So that's a big leap for a boy who just used to eat chocolate buttons and bread and butter.
Yeah, like you squeeze the colours in then.
Recently, as a family, we've all been playing together more. A couple of weeks back, he would never have done this, so it's a major milestone. He was such a clean child, he would panic attacks if his life got a little bit dirty, but now...
Makes me feel like that Harrison's starting to relax and feel a lot better around us rather than dreading his time with us.
It's one masterpiece done. Harry before never used to give me kisses and cuddles, only when he was naughty to say sorry. But now, Harry gives me kisses and cuddles for no reason, doesn't he, mate?
No, I do not.
And it really makes me feel good inside to know that he's not begging for forgiveness, he just wants to be there with us. How much do you love Mummy and Daddy?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Is it lots?
Is it that big?
No.
Is it that big?
No.
That big?
No.
Is it?
That big? We saw Harrison as a naughty child that never slept, never ate, and he just played us up against each other, didn't he? But now, with all the advice we've been given, we don't see him as that, do we?
He was trying to fight for attention. But the only attention he would get was to be naughty, and then we'd give him, oh, Harry, you're a swine, you're a brat. And he picked up on that.
He's nice to be around because he doesn't punch you or, like, say horrible things to you.
It's changed our life, definitely for the better. It's a joy to come home to now, not a chore, it's a joy. So, thank you, Dr Tanya.
Next time on the House of Tiny Tearaways, Tanya faces the problems of 3 new families.
Right now I feel a bit sick.
I think you are a big part of the problem.
Me?
Yes.
Don't do that, please.
I think this is going to be the worst behaviour problem we've had in the house, actually.